Sex is a fundamental aspect of life, but have you ever pondered its origins and what drives our sexual behaviors? Today, we delve into the captivating science behind it. At its core, sex is about the transmission of genes from one generation to the next. It's a process that shapes our lives in profound ways, influencing not only our physical characteristics but also our behaviors and emotions. Yet the science of sex is often shrouded in mystery. In the animal kingdom, sexual reproduction has evolved in myriad ways, from the simple binary fission of bacteria to the complex courtship rituals of birds and mammals. In humans, it's a deeply personal experience that can also be a source of pleasure, intimacy, and sometimes confusion or frustration. But why does sex exist in the first place? How did it evolve and why does it take the forms it does? What biological mechanisms underpin sexual attraction and behavior? How does our brain respond to sexual stimuli? And what role does sex play in our relationships and overall well-being? These are some of the questions we will explore in our journey through the science of sex. We will delve into the evolutionary origins of sexual reproduction, the biological basis of sexual attraction, the neurobiology of sex, and the broader role and importance of sex in human life. We will also address the potential disadvantages and risks associated with sex, before finally turning our attention to modern perspectives and education about sex. Our exploration will be rooted in scientific research and expert insights, drawing from fields as diverse as evolutionary biology, endocrinology, neuroscience, psychology, and public health. While the science of sex can be complex, we aim to make it accessible and engaging, shedding light on this fundamental aspect of life that is all too often misunderstood or oversimplified. So buckle up and get ready for a fascinating journey that will take us from the dawn of sexual reproduction to the emotional intricacies of human sexuality. Prepare to embark on a fascinating journey from the dawn of sexual reproduction to the emotional intricacies of human sexuality. Sexual reproduction wasn't always the norm. How did it come to be? In the early stages of life, organisms were content with cloning themselves, a process known as asexual reproduction. But then, something revolutionary happened. A new, more complex and risky method of reproduction emerged: sex. The origins of sexual reproduction are a bit of a mystery, but scientists propose that it's likely to have evolved about 2 billion years ago. But why would organisms choose to reproduce sexually when asexual reproduction is easier and requires less energy? The answer lies in the concept of genetic diversity. Imagine a world where everyone is a clone of one another. Sounds boring, right? But here's the real catch. In a world of clones, one disease could wipe out the entire population. But when organisms reproduce sexually, combining the DNA of two parents, they create offspring with unique genetic combinations. This genetic diversity makes populations more resilient to diseases, environmental changes, and other threats. This doesn't mean sexual reproduction is all fun and games. It's a high-stakes gamble involving the search for a mate, competition, and sometimes the risk of death. In the grand scheme of evolution, however, the benefits outweigh the costs. The genetic diversity provided by sexual reproduction gives species a better chance of survival and adaptation. Sexual reproduction also leads to one of the most fascinating aspects of life: the evolution of sexes. The differentiation into male and female forms, each with its distinct reproductive roles, set the stage for an array of mating strategies, behaviors, and rituals in the natural world. The advent of sexual reproduction didn't just lead to more complex life forms, it also paved the way for the intricate dance of attraction, bonding, and procreation that we see in countless species today, including us humans. The advent of sexual reproduction set the stage for a world teeming with diverse and complex life forms. So the next time you marvel at the variety of life around you, remember to pay your respects to sex, the driving force behind evolution's marvelous creativity. Our bodies are chemical factories, producing hormones that drive our sexual development and attractions. But how does this work? Well, let's start with the basics. There are two primary hormones that regulate sexual development and attraction: testosterone and estrogen. Testosterone is typically associated with males, while estrogen is typically associated with females. However, both hormones are present in all individuals, just in different concentrations. Testosterone, often dubbed the male hormone, plays a crucial role in the development of male reproductive tissues, such as the testes and prostate. It also promotes secondary sexual characteristics, such as increased muscle and bone mass, and the growth of body hair. But testosterone isn't just about physical changes. It's also linked to libido or sexual desire in both men and women. On the other hand, estrogen, often referred to as the female hormone, is key to the development and regulation of the female reproductive system and secondary sex characteristics. It helps regulate the menstrual cycle and is critical for childbearing. Estrogen also influences mood and cognitive function. But how do these hormones influence attraction? Well, research suggests that our hormonal levels can impact who we're attracted to. For instance, women at the most fertile phase of their menstrual cycle, when estrogen levels are high, are more likely to be attracted to men with high testosterone levels, which are often associated with masculine features. This interplay between hormones and attraction isn't just about reproduction, it's also about bonding. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, is released during physical touch and intimacy, enhancing feelings of affection and connection. But remember, hormones aren't the sole drivers of attraction and sexual behavior. They're part of a complex system involving genetics, environment, and individual experiences. So, whether you're swooning over someone's smile or drawn to their intellect, remember that behind the scenes, your hormones are playing a symphony that helps orchestrate these attractions. Indeed, our hormones play a pivotal role in shaping our sexual identities and desires. They are the silent conductors of the symphony of attraction, guiding us on this fascinating journey of human sexuality. Our brains, the control center of our bodies, play a crucial role in our sexual responses and emotions. But what exactly happens in the brain during sexual activity? Let's dive deeper into the neurobiology of sex. The brain and nervous system are integral to sexual response, from the initial feelings of attraction to the throes of orgasm. This complex process involves a cocktail of chemicals and specific brain regions. Central to this process is the limbic system, a network of structures in the brain that controls emotions and drives. It includes the amygdala, which is associated with emotion and memory, and the hypothalamus, which regulates hormones and body temperature, among other things. During sexual activity, the limbic system is stimulated, leading to the release of a variety of neurotransmitters. These are chemical messengers that transmit signals between nerve cells. Dopamine, often dubbed the feel-good neurotransmitter, is released in large quantities, promoting feelings of pleasure and reward. Alongside dopamine, there's oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. Oxytocin is released during orgasm and is thought to promote bonding and feelings of affection. This might explain why sex can feel not just physically satisfying but emotionally fulfilling too. But it's not just about pleasure. The neurotransmitter serotonin also plays a role. Serotonin helps regulate mood, and its levels can influence sexual desire and performance. This is why some antidepressants, which increase serotonin levels, can sometimes lead to sexual side effects. Neuroscientific research is continually shedding light on these intricate processes. For instance, brain imaging studies have shown increased activity in certain brain regions during sexual arousal and orgasm. These include the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision-making and social behavior, and the insular cortex, associated with consciousness and emotion. The brain, in its intricate complexity, orchestrates our sexual experiences and emotions. It's a symphony of chemical messengers and electrical impulses, all working in harmony to create a unique experience that is as much about emotion as it is about physical pleasure. The brain and sex, it seems, are intimately entwined. Scene script. Sex is more than a biological act. It's a cornerstone of human relationships and bonding. But what are its broader implications? Let's unravel this together. When we dig deeper, we find that sex serves a purpose beyond reproduction. It plays a significant role in human bonding and relationships, acting as a form of communication that words often fail to convey. It's a medium through which we express intimacy, love, and trust, fostering deeper connections with our partners. It's like a secret language that only the individuals involved understand, a unique dance that varies from couple to couple. But that's not all. Sex also has significant social implications. It's a societal glue, if you will, that helps maintain social structures and norms. It defines roles, responsibilities, and in some cases, even power dynamics. It's a factor that influences our behavior, our choices, and our interactions with others. Now, let's shift gears and delve into the psychological realm. Sex influences our mental health in profound ways. A satisfying sex life can boost self-esteem, reduce stress, and promote overall happiness. It's a natural mood enhancer thanks to the release of feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. It's like nature's own antidepressant, a remedy that can help us combat the blues. But the benefits extend beyond the mind. A healthy sex life can also have positive effects on our physical health. It's a form of exercise that can improve cardiovascular health, boost immunity, and even help us sleep better. It's a holistic wellness practice that can contribute to a healthier, happier life. However, it's crucial to remember that these benefits are most pronounced when sex is consensual, respectful, and enjoyable for all parties involved. It's not just about the act itself, but about the quality of the experiences and the connections it fosters. So, to sum it up, sex is a multifaceted phenomenon that influences us on multiple levels. It's not just about reproduction or pleasure, but about connection, communication, and overall well-being. Sex is a powerful connector, shaping our physical and emotional well-being. With the privileges of sex come responsibilities and risks. What are they? Let's take a look at the other side of the coin, the potential disadvantages and risks that come hand in hand with sex. Firstly, there's the risk of sexually transmitted infections or STIs. These can range from common ones like chlamydia and herpes to more serious infections such as HIV. The World Health Organization estimates that over 1 million new STIs are acquired every day worldwide. That's a staggering number, isn't it? It's not meant to scare you, rather it underscores the importance of safe sex practices, like using condoms and getting regular checkups. Then we have the emotional complications. Sex isn't just a physical act, it's also an emotional one. It can deepen connections, but it can also lead to heartbreak. It's important to navigate these emotional waters with care. It's not uncommon to feel vulnerable or emotionally attached after sex, and it's critical to communicate openly with your partner about these feelings. And let's not forget the potential for unplanned pregnancies. The Guttmacher Institute states that each year, nearly half of all pregnancies worldwide are unintended. This brings about its own set of challenges, from financial stress to health risks. But with the use of reliable contraceptives and family planning, these risks can be significantly reduced. Lastly, there's the issue of consent. Every sexual act should be consensual, period. No one should ever feel forced or coerced into sex. It's a basic human right to have control over your own body and your sexual choices. So what does all this mean? It means that while sex can be a source of pleasure and connection, it also carries risks and responsibilities. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's important to be informed, to make responsible choices, and to respect the choices of others. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about the potential risks and how to mitigate them, the better equipped you are to navigate your sexual health and relationships. Being informed and responsible is key to a healthy sexual life. Our understanding of sex is continually evolving, so where are we now? In the modern world, our comprehension of sex extends beyond its reproductive role. We now acknowledge it as an integral part of human relationships and individual identities. Our attitudes towards sex are more open, informed, and respectful than they've ever been, but there's still much to learn and unlearn. One significant shift in perspective is the recognition of consent as a cornerstone of any sexual activity. Consent is an informed and uncoerced agreement between individuals to engage in sexual activity. It's about communication, respect, and understanding. As a society, we're realizing the importance of educating our young people about consent, ensuring they understand their rights and responsibilities. Another important aspect of modern sexual perspectives is the acceptance and recognition of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. What was once considered taboo is now recognized as part of the vibrant spectrum of human sexuality. This acceptance is crucial in fostering a society that respects and celebrates individual differences. Sexual education has also evolved dramatically. It's no longer limited to the biological aspects of reproduction and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. Instead, it now includes topics like consent, healthy relationships, and respect for diversity. This comprehensive approach to sex education aims to equip individuals with the knowledge and skills they need to make informed decisions about their sexual health and relationships. Despite these advances, there are still challenges. Misinformation, stigma, and discrimination persist, making it difficult for some individuals to access the information and services they need. This highlights the importance of ongoing research, education, and advocacy in the field of sexual health. In conclusion, our modern perspective on sex is characterized by a deeper understanding, greater acceptance, and a commitment to education and equality. We've come a long way, but there's still a road ahead. As we continue to learn and grow, it's essential to remember that everyone's sexual journey is unique and deserving of respect. As our understanding deepens, so does our respect for the complexity and diversity of human sexuality. We've journeyed from the dawn of sexual reproduction to the emotional intricacies of human sexuality. So, what have we learned? We've delved deep into the evolutionary origins of sex, understanding its role in promoting genetic diversity and survival. We've unearthed the fascinating biological mechanisms that drive sexual attraction, from the hormonal orchestrations of testosterone and estrogen to the intricate workings of our brain and nervous system. We've also considered the broader role of sex in human relationships, bonding, and its social and psychological aspects, reflecting on how a healthy sex life can positively impact our mental and physical health. However, we've also acknowledged the potential disadvantages and risks associated with sex, from sexually transmitted infections to emotional complications. We've underscored the importance of factual health education and preventive strategies to mitigate these risks. Furthermore, we've examined modern perspectives and attitudes towards sex, emphasizing the significance of consent, respect, and comprehensive sexual education. We've highlighted the ongoing research and shifts in societal perspectives, signaling a more open and inclusive understanding of sexuality. But beyond the facts, figures, and scientific jargon, we've touched upon the complexity and beauty of human sexuality. Sex is not merely a biological function or a means to propagate the species. It's an intimate dance of emotions, an expression of love, and a profound human experience that reflects our deepest desires and vulnerabilities. In essence, the exploration of human sexuality is a journey into the depth of our biology and emotions, a testament to our intricate and fascinating nature. It's a subject that's as diverse as life itself, and one that continues to evolve just as we do. As we wrap up, let's remember the words of Carl Jung: "Sexuality is the great gateway to life." And the World Health Organization's definition of sexual health: sexual health is not just the absence of disease, but involves a positive approach to sexuality and relationships. The exploration of human sexuality is a journey into the depth of our biology and emotions, a testament to our intricate and fascinating nature.